So today on Pour Us, we are going to be drinking and sampling two bottles we've not had before. Brian's brother Randy and his nephew Brendan sent me a care package when he went back to Iowa, and these are two of the bottles. Now, I'm very familiar with the Pepper family. I know that the James E. Pepper Barrel Proof is pretty sought after right now, but I've not had either of these, and I'm very excited. So right off the bat, I want to say thank you to the Plantenberg family for sending me some of these bottles, and I guess I have to share with a Plantenberg on this.
He always shares.
So what we have is the Bottled and Bond bourbon, and obviously 100 proof. The rye, which comes in 100, what did we say, 122.4?
Yep, barrel proof.
Barrel proof.
Yep.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about the distillery?
Yeah, this is fun. I hadn't heard of them. Randy sent these. They are an older distillery from 1880 in Lexington, Kentucky. Yep, from James E. Pepper. The cool thing about it is at the time that this distillery was like the most technologically advanced and the largest distillery in the entire nation. The cool thing also that it's folklore, so take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, we're cutting that.
Come on, that's a good one. It is rumored, don't know how true it is, but they say that the old-fashioned drink is actually made after him.
Well, that I did not know that.
It's pretty cool. They closed down for 50 years, kind of went away. 2017, it was revived.
Oh, so it's newly revived.
Yes. Yep. Within the last 7-8 years or so.
Well, see, and a lot of places, they buy the names of old distilleries, they and try to redo them. And okay, hold up.
Just twist it. Oh, you have plastic on yours.
I'm hearing the plastic, but I'm not feeling it.
It's over on this side right here.
Right here. So a lot of places are buying these old distilleries and keeping just the name, just the bottle, and then sometimes doing amazingly better juices or doing less than desirable juices.
Yeah.
So this is the bourbon. Let's do the bourbon first.
Okay, that's.
We're gonna go with the bourbon first because alcohol proof and just usually rye are a little bit spicier. I am by no means an expert on how this should be done, but I will say off of what I've always done that, because I've tried different things and gone, wow, since I had this one first, none of these are going to have any impact on my palate at all. Usually I go with lower proof alcohol first to higher proof, lower age to higher age. You can get to different palates of what the flavor is going to bring, but in today's market it is hard to have that standard aspect because they're just doing so many great things right now with how they produce this stuff that there is no, in my opinion, no one set rule to do it.
Right. Well, and that's one reason why I think we revisit too, or you are typically the one that guides us in we should do this one first and then this one, because drinking certain things before, like brushing your teeth before having orange juice, that orange juice tastes nasty now. So I think that having a little bit of forethought into which order, if you are going to drink multiple whiskeys, that's going to help you out in the long run.
So, we've been talking about this other stuff, but let's jump in. I want to start trying these things. So we got the Bottled and Bond bourbon.
The bourbon.
There is something there I get that I can't put my nose on, but I hate to say nose on, but I'm getting boat, like maybe old wood water boat, like a boat that is aged that has...
I wish I could do it justice because I'm getting some distinct, like almost a green apple peel or like a couple of the like bitter fruits.
Maybe I'm getting an orchard, not the apples, but like a wet orchard, like the wood and all that. But like the nose is great. I just can't put my finger on what it is. And again, I hate to say it, but I can't put my nose on what it is. I love that nose. It
is good.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, that's a smooth taste. It's our Bottled and Bond bourbon.
Yep.
That's a good taste to it.
That is good. Oh my gosh, that is really good.
Really good flavor. Doesn't hit too much on the back end. It's got a nice sturdy finish.
We get wood planks with a little caramel at the end. I get a little more white pear, I think. You've got a bottled and bond. Runs here in Colorado about $60, a little less. For the bottled and bond rye, a little bit more, which we haven't tried yet. But that's a good, solid drinker.
Yeah, I like it.
It's smooth. And, you and I do a lot of these where we'll be like, oh, this doesn't drink like 120. This drinks about like 100.
Yeah.
Like there's heat and all that. But
Sure.
it is smooth. For me, this is, like I usually like a lot of caramel. But like I like a lot of that. This does not. This leans a little bit more on the alcohol finish, but smooth, good.
That's a good point. It gets away from the like heavy
sweet
caramel, vanilla.
When you're saying you're getting more stone fruits, I'm getting more white pear.
I can see that.
When I say like that plank, it's like I get the wood and it runs out like a really nice finished wood, white wood. And the alcohol's there with a little bit of, again, for me, pear at the end, white pear at the end. This is a good, solid drinker.
I think so.
I think there's the moments that I would want to drink it with the right area. I think the price is great for it. If you want caramels and those heavy sweetness, this is not. But if you want just a nice, solid... You've got some alcohol, you got some heat.
Yeah.
I think this is a good one.
This is really weird to say, but for me, it's almost like I'm a fan of salt and pepper or cracked pepper sunflower seeds when I'm golfing or outdoors. Oh, yeah. So when you eat those, now you're done, and you just have the remnant, kind of the tingling of that you ate something with pepper. Like that's what I'm getting after I've let it sit for a little bit.
Again, 122.4.
122.4 proof, so it's going to definitely be a bit hotter than the 100 proof bourbon.
I'm going to pour myself a little of this so I can do some comparison. So I'm going to pour us.
Yay!
Cheap plug.
Whew,
cheap channel plug.
That rye does have some heat on it.
I know. I like. Okay.
I'm excited. That's a bourbon.
Oh my gosh! Though this.
The rye for me's got a lot more heat on the nose.
The rye is sweeter to me on the nose. Okay. I get like the minor's hint of brownie on the nose.
Okay. That's got a lot. That's a bold, spicy nose for me. Like that's got definitely more of the rye heat into it, but I smell flavor with it.
Like I get that, like that crispy when you do a brownie, like that crispy top that kind of happens. That's like paper. And I get a little of that spice you're talking about.
All right, so it's like a cocoa, you think?
Maybe that's what it is. Oh, that. I like that. Ooh, I like that.
That's really good.
I like that.
These are very distinct, unique flavors between the bourbon and the rye.
Oh, no. This is one I could see myself drinking all while you're not here. And not saving for the rest of Plantbergs.
Send another bottle.
That's really good. I mean, this was good. But this, I mean, I hate to be that person. But, like, this was good, but it was average, above average kind of thing. Like,
well, if you're into bourbons over ryes, I think they did a great job.
No, I do, but this is, like, I don't care if it's a bourbon or a rye. I care what I like.
Right.
This is really good.
The bourbon has, man, I wish I could put this into words. It has such a distinct, use your big boy words.
So, the bourbon...
The rye has a lot more heat, but that same flavor punches through in the bottom end. I'm a big fan of ryes, but man, I love when they have just such bold, like forward flavors like this.
Well, and I get cocoa, I get pine, I get cedar, I get all these things. The thing is, the flavor is so good and so balanced that I even forgot I was drinking 122. I thought about the alcohol proof on this right away because it was a little bit lackluster, even though it's really good.
Right.
This is so good, so balanced. I would buy this. This one I would drink and would enjoy it, but this one I would actually search after.
For sure. Let's not forget, this is a barrel proof. So as it comes out of the barrel, that's what you get. I would love to revisit these. If I saw Old Pepper on a shelf somewhere, because I haven't had it a lot, I would go back to it again.
Well, I will say both of these, but especially this one, does make me say we got to go after the James E. Pepper barrel proof, the one that people are going after, and they've been talking high. Because again,
Randy, if you're going to send a bottle,
let's go.
Come on.
Kind of decanter dish.
Come on.
But the thing is again, if this is a obtainable, here you go, and then that's one that is hard to get, chance, because whiskey people, there are plenty of whiskey people out there. We all know some of those who are like, we're only going to buy brand names. We're going to like stuff because of everybody says you have to like this. But then we also know that more and more it's like, no, what we really like, which is why unknown whiskeys get all this hype. So the fact that this is getting overlooked, I hope that means everybody, that James E. Pepper one is really good. And I will basically blame all of you. No, just kidding. But I mean, I will be a little bit disappointed that James E. Pepper is not on this par, because if it's not on this par, then why are we talking about that? Because of the pretty bottle? Because this is really good.
It is good.
This is really good. If you have this bottle, great. If you have the other one, just pour us. We would love to try the other one as well. Anyway, cheers. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you.
Miss you, gentlemen. I hate those guys. They suck.